Okay, continuing on the happy horseshoe, continuing on the Silent Night, picking the arpeggiation. Here are a few things, just some alternations, and alterations. So just first, and I'll go through them, and then I'll go through them more slowly. That's D, and some changes on the D, and then A, and then G. Or, excuse me. Now I'll just go through those. We're playing just this rhythmic arpeggiation, just thumb, thumb, string 4 and 3 on a D chord, and then index on string 2, fret 3, and ring finger or middle finger on string 1, fret 2, just a D chord that you're playing there, and then you just come up 3 down, and then 3 up. Stick to what I gave you. You can do that many different ways, but I said 2 with the thumb down, and then use your index in the middle, and then you finish off with the thumb. So just trying to stick to that. The first thing you can do is you can play another root tone. A D chord is a D, an F sharp, and an A. Take out your little handout and validate that the first, the third, and the fifth of a D chord are a D, an F sharp, and an A. You want to start knowing that just by knowing it at this point. So you want to go. What I'm doing there is I have a D. I'm half barring here, strings 1, 2, and 3 with my index, and I'm putting my middle finger down on string 2, fret 3, just a D chord, just a different way to finger it, and I reach out and I put my index finger out to string 1, fret 5, and post-surgery I'm starting to be able to reach that now. So I have an A chord right here, and I'm just doing the same thing that I was doing over here, the same right hand pattern. Down here it would be. Now I also can flick this off or just pull it off and go. Excuse me. And what I'm doing there is I'm coming down the same 1, 2, 3, but then I get to this string 1, fret 5. And I pull that off to string 1, fret 2. That's another way, another little pattern. And another is to go to a D ninth, which is the same pattern that you were playing in the beginning, but now you have an open first string, and it sounds like this. You can do this as an alternation from here. Any of those combinations and put them together. And that would be the Silent Night, Holy Night. And then you get to an A, and you do the same thing. Reach out, make an A, bar strings 1, 2, 3, and 4 this time. So you have the A, string 5 open as the bass, and go. And you can also bar strings 1, 2, 3, 4, and at fret 2, of course, and then put your middle finger down at string 1, fret 3, that's an A7th, and alternate back between those two. See? And then back to all is bright, and then let's use a, and what I'm doing there is I'm just coming down and getting the suspended fourth right here, this G note at string 1 fret 3, same pattern, and I'm hitting string, and then flicking that off to, so it comes to string 1 fret 2, that F sharp, part of the D chord. And now I'm going to come up to the G. So now I'm giving you different ways to play the D. This way, and different ways to pick it. That's the straight way, or I can flick that off. And I'm going to come up to the G chord, play it like this with my ring finger, string 6 fret 3, my pinky at string 1 fret 3, and I'm going to go. And what I'm doing there is just coming to another chordal note, the chord triad of a G chord this time, which is a G, a B, and a D. And I'm coming down the same 1, 2, 3 string on this G formation here. String 6 fret 3, string 3 open, string 2 open. That's going down. Now I'm going to come up, and we've been going playing that B at string 2 open. But now when you come up, you're going to go down and start on your way up at this string 1 fret 3 note. But now, go to, see I've now come off, I've taken my ring finger off string 6 fret 3 and put it down on string 2 fret 3 and play those two notes, the string 2 fret 3 and the string 2 open. That's a D and a B, both part of a G chord. G chord is a G, a B, and a D. And so now you have, so it gives you another variation on constantly playing this. So now you would go, and of course when you have this down at your ring finger down to string 2 fret 3, you want to get back up to string 6 fret 3 to get the G note again. You can go to string 4 open, because that is also a chordal tone, G, B, and a D, and play. And see, I'm coming right to string 4 now, and then go to string 4, and then just come back to the other alteration. However you want to play it, however you want to arrange it. So there's 3 ways on a D chord, or there are various ways I showed you on a D chord to get out of this, and to add that type of a sound into this, and also for the A chord, come down and get this A and then play an A7, and now a G chord, instead of just go up and get the D on string 2 fret 3 and the B on string 2 open. So work those in, master those, and just go along chunk by chunk on this, because it's going to lead to being able to play an arpeggiated instrumental version of Silent Night that we'll get to at the end. Okay, see you soon.